guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build a very modern house. I called it the Cliff House because I just simply didn't know what else to call it. But yeah, could already see it on the thumbnail, and it's surprise surprise built on a cliff, and it's like two kind of almost shipping container kind of forms, these long elongated rectangles, and they are sitting on the cliff and therefore they are kind of hanging over it. It looks really cool, and I also really thought it's like a really interesting shape. I actually saw this house on Instagram, and it's kind of inspired. It's not like exactly the same, but it's a house that really exists. I think it's in Canada, and I will put the inspirational link, or like the Arch Daily, I think it's an Arch Daily website link with some photos of the house, and yeah, in the description down below, so you believe me, it's actually an existing house, kind of inspired by it. But yeah, I changed of course a little bit, because of course not everything is kind of transformable into The Sims 4, but I thought it's definitely kind of doable, or I wanted to experiment with that. Because on this house there is kind of these ramps, I guess they did for static reasons, so the cliff isn't like falling over. It's so hard to describe as a German, but I think it looked really cool, this kind of really diagonal ramps that go up to the house, and the house is like hovering over these ramps kind of. And on the other side there is actually, of course, like the normal entry maybe. There is actually a little stairs like going up between those ramps. And I actually really liked it, so I thought I want to test if this is possible in The Sims 4, and it really is. So I've tested this. The house is fully functional. At the end it will have, of course, one bedroom, an office, a bathroom, and a kitchen, and a living room, and I really hope that you're going to like it. And especially I think it's something interesting for those who really like modern houses. I know I've been lacking modern houses in the last couple of days, maybe even months, and I was kind of feeling it. I really wanted to do something modern again, and these kinds of experiments in build mode is something that really interests me. And yeah, I really like how it looks like. It looks really special, but keep in mind that this kind of house really exists. Isn't it it's also like kind of quirky, has this, because it looks so special, kind of Sims 4 style in my opinion. I think that you all know that it's possible to do floating houses, like static is not an issue in this game. You can do so many like weird stuff that wouldn't even be like really buildable in real life. So I think this is like kind of on the edge, on the border to this kind of not realistic land, but I really like the idea that this thing exists in real life. And yeah, I really hope that you like it. So since we don't have a terrain tool, you could already see me placing the stone tables from the outdoor retreat stuff, which is something that I do all the time, a lot of the time, for my landscaping, especially this kind of special landscaping. And I made it bigger and smaller, and yeah, all that kind of stuff, just to make it look as if it's a cliff on the other side of the house. And then I did the exterior. First of all, of course, the roofs kinda. I mean, they are flat, but I thought I put these diagonal roofs on there, so these are solar collectors. What are those things called? But yeah, anyways, it's for solar energy, so your Sims you can kind of pretend that they are off the grid. So they're off the cliff and off the grid as well. And I also want to say that if you are watching this on the first day this comes out, the new stuff pack for The Sims 4 just has been announced, and it's of course the highly awaited Laundry Day stuff pack, which is something that the developers of The Sims 4 game asked all the people, like all the Simmers around the world. There were like kind of voting going on, and lots of people wanted apparently laundry, to do their laundry in The Sims 4. I have to say myself, I really like how all these objects look like, because I mean, I've been voting on this too, and it has this bohemian hippie feel, so this is something I'm really looking forward to, the stuff pack. But just doing laundry as like a new addition to the gameplay is something that I don't understand. Why? I really hate doing laundry in real life, so I don't understand why you would like to do this in like The Sims. But apparently definitely most of all the people who voted like laundry, so I don't know, who am I to judge here? But just want to give you a heads up, if I do, of course, a video about testing the new stuff pack, it could be that I don't like the laundry. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the house. I chose the outer wallpaper, the brownish beigey one. That's from the fitness stuff pack because it looks like stone. Kinda, I don't know, like this marble stone. I really think it looks really cool, kind of modern. I thought it could be the stone that this cliff is out of, like it's maybe the same kind of stone, or yeah, the same kind of stone. Does it make any sense? Yeah, I hope so. So first of all, I knew that I don't want to put these two boxes together. So basically your Sims have to change from, like if they want to go to the bathroom, for example, and they come from their kitchen, they have to go outside over this little, I don't know, deck? I guess it's a deck on the cliff then. And then they go into the other container thing. I always say container, I didn't want them to look like shipping containers, but I thought these box kind of things also have this shipping container vibe, which was something that was like kind of a big, not trend, but it got really popular to show these kinds of things, shipping container houses. I also did a couple of them in The Sims 4 last year, and of course, since these are only boxes, they are kind of easy to build. I also, by the way, plan to maybe do some let's builds, so something slow, and then we will do or try to do the best boxes that you can build in The Sims 4, because they are such a basic shape, and lots of people, you know, they always write, oh, I can only build boxes with some windows, and by the way, boxes with windows can be beautiful too. It can be done and it can look really cool, and by the way, it's a huge thing to live in a tiny house, so it's like got kind of really popular in 2017. And therefore I kind of call it like the house trend. It's not that like people got into the shopping mall and bought themselves a tiny house, but it got really popular through social media, I guess, and got shared like even beyond, I don't know, like people like me who are interested in architecture and design. So I think, yeah, we will see more of these kinds of boxes maybe on my channel, because I think they're pretty easy to build. But you can make them more interesting than just like a container on a bare floor kind of thing. Yeah, so I decided to go with this crazy cliff thing, and I think it's really, really cool. After I've done like the whole outside exterior wallpaper and then the windows and the decorations, I of course stuffed lots of landscaping all around the cliff. The lot is pretty small, so I chose some palm trees. First I wanted to go really bare. Keep in mind that like the original house is, I guess, in Canada, and I'm not pretty sure, but I am a bit sure that there are no palm trees in Canada. But I personally like the idea of a tropical kind of house, because it kind of also looked like from the outside that this could be a transformed vacation home kind of, in a nice design aspect. I don't know, it's like hard to explain, but I really liked how these cliffs look like with the tropical bushes and the palm trees from the game. Kind of looks more like fitting together, so I chose the more tropical kind of way. Also, I built this in Windenburg, which is a world that you get if you have the Get Together expansion pack, and there is like a little island, and so there you have a beach. And I thought, since this layout is pretty cool looking, there are lots and lots of windows, so you can have a really beautiful view all around to the ocean to look at the beach, and I thought this is like the perfect spot for this kind of house, of course. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoy it, and yeah, let's just see how I did. So I started with the bedroom upstairs. for me it was clear that these containers are actually 2 levels. It's the smallest wall height, both of the levels, and therefore it was possible to have this loft-like view of the whole house. So upstairs there's like an open space where you have your bed, and of course I put some curtains there for privacy and all that stuff. I knew that I wanted to go with more of a black and white, very modern looking interior design that is very sleek and kind of minimalistic, or at least I wanted to go with minimalistic. But since I like to decorate a lot and make it look really loved in, the minimalistic way is kind of never possible in my opinion. I always think, it's so bare there, maybe I put some books over there, and then it happens, so it looks a little bit more lived in. I wouldn't call it a minimalist style now, but I wanted to have this black and white with, of course, some grayish colors, and then the bronzy, very orangey, I guess it's more of a bronze tone, to make it look a little bit more luxurious, and also maybe to, you know, to mimic the beigey color that the wall has, this stony mountain marble thing that I really liked. And yeah, with these kinds of things I could experiment actually a lot. We have lots and lots of black and white objects in the Sims 4 game. I think the bronze color came more like with the vintage glamour stuff pack, and then from there on we got more of this color, like more objects with these kind of color options. And I didn't like, yeah, I just thought maybe black and white is like the only option I would ever use this kind of color, so let's do it here. And yeah, I really like how it looks like at the end, so I really like the color theme. It looks kind of very designer-ish. I'm like fully stylized in my opinion. So I think if you play with this, maybe it's something for a sim that works from home. So will be also an office here in this house. So maybe don't we have like with the city living expansion pack, didn't we have like something like a social media guru thing? So maybe this one, or maybe they work on the computer or are an artist of some sorts. But yeah, I thought this is like a perfect home for somebody who lives on a cliff, like somewhere on a beachy little island and works from home. Like something that I personally would really enjoy in my life. I don't need like so many people around all the time. So I live in a big city right now, and it's basically now it's really annoying. I think when I was younger, I really enjoyed living in the city because you can do all this kind of crazy stuff. Even at night, some things are open and you can go to the nightclub or even to the cinema at 3 AM in the morning and all that stuff. But now I'm just like, I'm old. I just want quiet and silence. But yeah, anyways, maybe I'm an old soul now. I have no idea. But yeah, so basically one of the container has the kitchen and the living room, and over the kitchen is the living room, the bedroom area. And then I moved over to the other container, which won't have like a second floor, so it will have a really, really tall rooms with these really nice hanging lamps, ceiling lamps from the vintage glamour stuff pack. And there will be the bathroom that you can see already, and it will have a shower, this really cool fitness stuff pack, like corner jacuzzi, I guess. So it's really luxurious also. Like I really did the interior that looks a little bit more modern and sleek, and I really wanted to go with like luxurious things since you don't have that much space. But yeah, I really liked doing this. I really liked that I didn't put so much into it, like too much clutter stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed it because it was something different. And for me personally, for storytelling, I already had like the perfect sim in mind. Maybe I will also create them in another video, but I'm not sure, but since I'm not that big in CAS, in Create a Sim. But yeah, I really hope that you like this house. So here you can already see me doing the office, so I chose a normal, by the way, this is like a building tip right now. If you want to do an office with lots of things on the table, on the office table, then don't use the office table. Use a normal dining table, because the dining table in The Sims 4 has more spots to put clutter on. Like if you put little clutter on it or like try to drag it onto the table, there are more spots for that. and the office tables don't have that many like little grid spots for it. So I definitely always try to use lots of dining tables, even though I didn't even use that much stuff here on this house on this office table. But anyway, this is like my basic tip for you guys if you haven't noticed this yet. But yeah, you can try it out. Try to drag as many potted plants onto your desk and you will see that they have more slots. The dining table has more slots than the office table, which doesn't make any sense, but this is Sims logic. So yeah, anyways, this is basically it after I've done all the rooms. Of course, I did a little bit like decorating outside, but yeah, not that much because we don't have so much space out there. But yeah, anyways, this is it, guys. I really hope that you like the more modern look of this house. And if you want to download this and have it in your game, of course I will provide you with the download link down below for you, so you can download it immediately and put it into your game. And yeah, maybe you write me in the comments if I should do more modern houses or more Victorian. Maybe there's a trend from 2017 or something you have seen on Instagram or something like that that you want me to build in The Sims 4. Then please write in the comments down below and I will try my best to maybe transform it into The Sims 4 if it's like even possible. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please enjoy the upcoming video tour now and I will see you in the next video. Bye!